The idea of having Holmes be, of course, as smart as he is and as clever as he is, but still also be an action hero felt perfect. Most of it happens off-screen in the stories, but it definitely happens.
He's a single-stick fighter, a master of the strange art of Baritsu, bare-knuckle boxer, all that stuff.
It feels like a 1891 version of a Bond film. Sherlock actually knew martial arts. He was a fighter. He could do what he had to do. And Downey plays all those elements.
Sherlock Holmes is the first martial artist, really in Western culture. He studied something called Baritsu.
Which actually is a form of jiu-jitsu, did exist. And so I thought, wow, this is fantastic. We can use all this.
Can you go for the old trianglage?
Yeah.
You'll have a hard time doing a trianglage on that.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu is Guy Ritchie's chosen martial art. Mine is Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Well, Robert's been training in Wing Chun for the last 5 years, and he's good. He's very fast, very flexible.
Initially, I thought I'd come in and just show Guy how badass Sifu and I were and how much we were going to contribute to the choreography, which we did. But on the very first day, he had me tie some guy up like a pretzel and choke him out with his own jacket, and we all just kind of stood there watching while he demonstrated how he would eviscerate his foe.
We've tried to integrate Sherlock Holmes into a sort of street level. We've tried to essentially make him a more streetwise character.
Well, Baritsu is a bastardization of Bartitsu, which was the English guy Barton who went to Japan and studied jiu-jitsu. But because Doyle doesn't call it Bartitsu, which locked us into Barton's jiu-jitsu, it actually is this kind of, nebulous thing that we were able to create. So it's a combination of Guy's style and my style.
When it comes to Holmes' fighting skill, that's where his gentlemanness comes out. We don't want to oppose force on force, but rather flow around it or through it and utilize their energy against them. But ultimately, as much as possible, yeah, we want to keep that energy flowing forward, 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 forward. And when you hit an obstacle or a wall, then we flow around and keep coming. The idea behind the punch bowl sequence was that it's like his lab. It's where he goes to experiment and trial and error and make mistakes.
So we're using sort of pressure points, how he's getting in to block the punches from the other guy.
So you have to be able to see the larger picture, make sure that punch or that strike doesn't land its mark, and in turn, simultaneously go after the opening that has been exposed by the attack itself.
Nice and lively, everybody.
And basically we've been doing, as sort of safely as we can, full contact fighting. So there's some great shots there.
Every hit you see him take is absolutely real, and the action they accomplished on that I thought was really quite extraordinary.
He's very physical, and in fact outdoes a lot of the stuntmen with his physicality. You could not think of a more perfect Holmes.